Joe Biden recently went to the Saudis to beg them and their OPEC buddies to pump more oil out of the ground to bring fuel prices down. But the Saudis sent Sleepy Joe a viral slap back in the face and announced that they and the rest of the OPEC countries are cutting oil production by 2 million barrels per day. So oil prices and gas prices set to skyrocket yet again. And that's really bad news for Democrats ahead of the midterms. It's bad news for those of us buying fuel also. Democrat candidates around the country were counting on old Sleepy Joe to lower gas prices so they don't get destroyed in the midterms. But don't worry, Joe Biden has a backup plan. And no, it's not to do something sensible like drill for more oil in the United States. No, not at all. Biden is set to drop the sanctions on the communist dictatorship in Venezuela so the evil dictator there can enrich himself and release more oil into the world market and bring gas prices down so that Joe has some hope of Democrats winning in the midterms. The top economic mind in America is here to join us and tell us everything he thinks about that. Steve Moore, great to see you. Thanks for being here.
Hi, Gina. Good to be with you. And I have to say, I am so absolutely disgusted by what you were just talking about. I mean, it is inexplicable. It is unpatriotic. It is doing incredible damage to the United States. And let's get into it.
Yeah, Joe Biden has done nothing but make insults and make enemies of those who could actually be helpful in this situation. But the bottom line here that really makes me mad is that there are so many things we can do domestically. You know, the oil exists underneath our feet right now. And in many ways, he could fix this problem quickly. But he refuses because that goes against his whole green thing. And I guess, does he think he's going to lose his base if he does that?
No, I actually think he's part of the cult. He's part of the climate change cult that actually believes that somehow by building more windmills, we're going to stop hurricanes and change the temperature of the planet. By the way, I thought it was especially despicable, frankly. One of the most disgusting things I've ever seen when the president goes to Florida and the first thing he talks about is people are losing their homes. They're underwater. They've had incredible damage, billions of dollars of losses, and he's politicizing and talking about how this proves there's climate change, as if he was happy that it happened. Let me start by saying this. The United States has more energy than any other country in the world. We have more oil than Saudi Arabia, have more coal than China. We have more natural gas than Russia does. We should be using, I think it's self-evident, we should be using all of the energy that we have, and we should be the energy powerhouse. You know this, Gina. You talked to Donald Trump. I talked to him many times about it. Trump's objective was to make America the energy dominant of the country in the world, and we were. It's hard to believe just 2 years ago we were, Gina. We were exporting oil. We didn't have to go prostrate ourselves in front of the Saudi oil sheiks. In fact, think about this, Gina. How many times did you hear about OPEC when Trump was president?
Exactly.
Okay.
It was a non-issue because we were independent.
Yeah, they became a toothless tiger. You know, nobody can. How can you have a cartel when the number one producer of energy isn't part of your cartel? Now, here's what makes this triply stupid. Now, and I'm not making this stuff up, now Biden's saying, okay, well, if the Saudis are going to reduce their oil consumption, if we're going to do it, their oil production, and obviously we've done it here, then now he wants to go to Venezuela and Iran. Can you believe this? To get our oil going to Texas and North Dakota? I mean, I want to pull my hair out, Gina.